name your price, know your worth, and get what you want.
What up guys, my name is Thabang Mkhwanazi. Sanbonani, we see you. Hello, wherever you are. In this video I'm going to talk about how to get repeat business. I know what it's like not to get consistent business, right? Like to get business today and you can, stay dry for 3 months and then get clients. I know what that's like. Like I've been there. I'm running an actual business, guys. I know all the struggles. And so today I'm going to talk to you guys about how I think you can get repeat business. So the first thing that I suggest you do, if you are a service business like ours, because we create content for businesses, we create, campaigns for social media, but we just create content and market them on social media. And that's how we bring them leads to their businesses, right? Now, social media marketing in my country is still, I can say, like it's not been explored to its fullest potential. I live in a township in South Africa, and in my township, I have not seen many businesses explore social media marketing. Like none are doing it whatsoever. And so I'm from a developing country, South Africa, and I believe that wherever you are in the world, if you come from a developing country, chances are businesses have not explored social media marketing. And so there's a gap for you in that space. It might be saturated, perhaps in Europe and in the States and those developed countries. But for developing countries, there's definitely a gap in the social media marketing and content creation space, right? But the first point that I'd like to make to you guys is this. I think the best way to start if you want to get repeat business is to educate your clients. Let me give you an example. We came to JM Brothers Funeral Services. They're an insurance company in our area, in my township. They've been around for quite some time, and they have a great reputation, right? Like they have a great reputation. They're killing it in our township. Like they are the top 2 insurance sellers in my township. Now, when we came to them, I knew that they did not have like a dedicated marketing team. They did not have a dedicated marketing team, which means no one was working to bring them business. They relied mostly on their reputation in the community and by word of mouth, which means there was a huge gap for us to explore, right? Like there's still so much that they can do. There's still so many potential clients that they can get, right? And so we knew that. We knew that when we went into a meeting with them. So the first thing we did was we educated them on how exactly we planned on bringing them business. The first principle is you need to educate your clients, especially when they're not aware of what you're bringing to them. So we set up a meeting, we went to them, and we told them exactly that this is the strategy you have to bring you business. All right, we told them we're going to create a landing page for you, and then we're going to create content. Right, we're going to do your testimonial videos, or videos based on your history as a company, where you come from, so that people relate better to brands with faces. That's why you need to put a face to a brand. That's why Nike, Puma, and all these big brands have ambassadors, right? People relate to people. And so if you tell your story through people, it's much easier for people to relate to your brand. That's what we brought to them, right? We were like, okay, cool. We're going to create a landing page for you. That's the first step that we need to do. And then we're going to create your content, right? It could be testimonials. It could be, the MD of the company speaking, about the company and where they come from. But we're going to create that sort of content. And then we're going to leverage the power of social media to bring you business. And so once we create the content, we're going to run ads for you on Facebook, on Instagram, on Twitter, on YouTube, whatever platform that can convert for them. But we're going to run those ads. And then in that way, we'll send people to the landing page which we had created for them, right? We're going to send people to that landing page, and they can capture the information, and then all they had to do was to call and close. So you need to be clear, man. You need to go in there prepared. Just tell them, educate them. That's the first point. You need to educate your clients on how exactly you plan to bring value to their business, right? That is the first point that I suggest you do if you want to get repeat business. Step number 1, educate your client. The second step, if you want to get repeat business on a monthly basis and get paid what you want, the second step in this process is you need to provide value, right? And you need to deliver. You need to provide value and you need to over-deliver, right? I can't stress this enough, man. If you say we're going to create a landing page for them, it better be a good landing page because you've promised. And now you want them to trust you. And so this is the first step in your interaction with them. You want them to trust you. So you can't disappoint on the first time of asking. So they give that opportunity, you take it, you kill, right? You over-deliver. You just make sure that they see that you know what you're talking about. If you do that, like, they're gonna trust you. That's how you earn their trust, right? And so here's a simple thing that you can do. Just simple techniques that you can use. And so now, let's say you've had a meeting with the decision maker, and now you're moving to phase 2. Because phase 1, you've educated them, they know exactly how you plan on bringing them business. Now they're entrusting that responsibility to you. They give you money to create that landing page, right? Now, this is when you need to over-deliver. So you create the landing page, make sure it's responsive, make sure it does what you said it would do, right? We had promised, let me just give an example. We had promised our clients that we're going to create a landing page that would allow their potential clients to fill in the information, and then they'd receive that information via email, and then they'll just have to call those prospects or those potential clients. We did exactly that, right? We delivered, and then what we did was we over-delivered. Let me just tell you how easy it is. If I know that it's going to take me 2 weeks, let's say 14 days to create a website, I'm not going to say to my clients it's going to take me 14 days. I'm going to say it's going to take me 21 days or 1 month. I'm just making an example, man. I can make a website in 3 days, right? Like 3 days, a day even, if I'm just creating a landing page. But if you know that it's going to take you, let me just go to 7 days. If you know that it's going to take you 7 days, tell your clients that it's going to take you 14 days. When you come 10 days later and all the work is done, they're impressed, right? So you want to under-promise and over-deliver. That's the second thing you need to do. You need to provide value and deliver. But now make sure that you under-promise and over-deliver. Don't say it's going to take me 2 days and then it ends up taking you 2 weeks. Like, you've lost them, you've lost their trust. They're not going to trust you going forward. But if you under-promise and over-deliver, they definitely are going to trust you. Now, let me just share a bit with you on how I learned this lesson. I went to an event, networking event, and then I met this lady. She needed me to illustrate something for her children's book cover. Now, guys, I am not an illustrator, right? I love graphic design, but illustration is not one of my strongest points. I took on this client and I said, okay, cool, I can do that for you with no problems, right? Now, I thought to myself, I'd outsource this, illustration service. It ended up being a hassle for me. And I'd promised to deliver in this amount of time. That time came, I had not done it. And this lady taught me a valuable lesson, right? She said to me, Thabang, in business, you must under-promise and over-deliver. And I've taken that with me since, right? So you don't want to set expectations so high and deliver so low. That's going to lose trust with your clients. So you just want to make sure that you under-promise and over-deliver. And the best way you can do that is to just, if you know it's going to take you 3 days, just say 7 days. So that when you come 5 days later and it's done, it is done before time. Give yourself that sort of room. So that's step number 2, right? Step number 2, provide value and over-deliver, right? Now, once you've done these 2 things, you've educated them, and now you've delivered on your first promise, right? We said we want to create for you a landing page that's going to do this, this, and that. We're done before time. Now there's an element of trust that is built. Now we need content for us to do social media marketing. And so step number 2, now you are doing the work, right? Like, they've entrusted you with this responsibility. They see the vision that you have for them. You've educated them, now you're delivering, right? And so we said we're gonna create a landing page and some content. Now it's time for us to do the content. Still, over deliver, right? Amaze them, just do the best that you possibly can. Now, in business clients are not that difficult, guys. They're not looking for blockbuster movies or Hollywood stuff. Proper lighting, proper sound, right? Just those two things alone. If you know how to light skin tones, if you know how to use the camera, right, and just get decent audio, that's just all they want. They want proper sound, their message to get across in a proper way. That's it. Right? You're not going to create like a Hollywood blockbuster. That's not what they're looking for. They want something that works. So just make sure that you deliver as well. And that's what we did for our clients. Okay, now you have educated them. Now you have provided value. You've under-promised and you've over-delivered. There's an element of trust. The third step is to make sure that you negotiate. Now it's negotiation time. Now they trust you. They know that you can do what you say you can do. Now you negotiate. Now this is a crucial step, right? When they see value in what you do, they're not going to want to let you go. They're not going to want to let you go because they can see the potential that your skill sets have for their business. So now it's negotiation time, right? When it comes to negotiation, you do not want to sell yourself too short, guys. Know your worth, but just don't be stubborn, right? Just don't be stubborn and leave room for future negotiations. Here's how I'd suggest you negotiate for a monthly premium. If you want them to pay you on a monthly basis, here's what I'd suggest you do. Set your initial value, right? Set that value. Let's say you want them to pay you, $1,200 or 12,000 rands. Let's say you want them to pay you that sort of amount, right? And so I'm gonna say, okay, I want $1,200 from you guys. They're gonna, most likely say no or whatever. Like, it's a negotiation, right? Set your amount, but just make sure that you don't sell yourself too short, and secondly, don't be greedy, right? Don't be greedy, because now it is much better to have a monthly income than not to have any income at all. So in your negotiation, be open-minded, right? Find ways on how you can barter. Like, if they can't pay you what you want, they might have a space you want to use. They might have something in exchange for you, right? And so, okay, let's say you want $1,200 and they say they can give you $1,000. We can say, okay, for the $200, I can use your space. They're not going to say no. They value your services. You've educated them, you've delivered, they know what you can do. So when it comes to the negotiation part, now this is the chance for you to start making the money that you've always wanted to make, right? This is the chance for you to have a retainer business that's going to pay you on a monthly basis. And now this model that I'm sharing with you guys is something that is scalable, right? Like, you can do the same with multiple businesses, but all you need is just one to start. And then once you get that one, you can spread your wings and fly. So guys, now once you've done negotiating, you've gotten the monthly fee that you have always wanted to get. That is not the end of the journey, right? Now that you have the contract, you have the responsibility to make sure that you keep their trust. Not just because you've gotten the contract, now you're going to slack and be lazy and don't deliver. You don't do that, right? You want to carry your excellence all throughout your transaction with these brands, so that they can recommend you to other businesses. They can give you a testimonial, maybe after 3 months of working with them, and you've given them value, you've provided them with value. Getting the contract is the initial step, but you just want to maintain your level of excellence. So guys, let's just recap on this video, the top 3 strategies that can help you to get retainer clients. We're going to pay you whatever you want on a monthly basis. The first step is to educate them. The second step is to provide value and over-deliver, right? Provide value and over-deliver. The third step is to negotiate. Name your price, know your worth, and get what you want. Guys, I hope today's video brought you some value. Don't forget to comment. Leave your comments below. Was this video helpful to you? How are you going to start implementing these things, right? What can you add to the conversation, right? Maybe you know something that we can use on our business. Let's educate each other, guys. Comment down below. Don't forget to subscribe. We appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Cheers.